Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome to what would normally be our Thursday night OpenTTD Let's Play. But don't worry, it is Wednesday. You are not going crazy. You have not you have not got the wrong day. You've not like missed a day of sleep or something, or slept through a day. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Joke wants a train whistle. Joke gets a train whistle. There we go. Right. Getting the stream underway with a good train whistle. That's always a nice way to start, isn't it? Now, in case you are wondering and you missed any notifications, this week is a low content week. So what it is that myself and members of the family haven't been very well. I don't know if you can tell from the sound of my voice, I'm not quite over it yet, okay? But we've had all sorts going on. At one point, my son had some sort of 24-hour bug, chicken pox, and the eye thing. What is it? I can't remember now. It's gone. I'm still fuzzy in the head. This is going to be interesting tonight. What's the thing in the eye with the a bit? I don't know. I don't remember now. It's all gone. Hope you guys are doing a lot better. Yeah. So what? So yeah, this week's a low content week because we've all been unwell, and also I want to get on top of the content. So I'm going to try and make sure that I get rest, I get on top of the content, and next week we're back to full steam. Okay. So tonight is going to be our only live stream of the week. I put a highlight video out for you yesterday, and then on Friday we're going to get a video out for you. Conjunctivitis, Gerard, you're spot on. Yes. So we had a 24-hour virus. Conjunctivitis, and now I've forgotten the other thing. I've only got capacity in my head for two things at once. Two things at once. I can't do three. Okay, folks. Your Viewer Plus went through. Well, thank you very much for your support on the Viewer Plus. Let's go through the newsy stuff, and then we can crack on with what we're doing today and all that sort of thing. So, last video was yesterday, like I said. It was the highlights from our recent OpenTTD viewers game of Love Wars. So if you haven't seen that yet, go check it out. And it was a great event. I do enjoy doing Love Wars, and it's refined over the years, and it's got to the point now where I think we're going to do some pretty fun stuff if we get a chance to do Love Wars next year, because it just keeps refining and getting better and better and better. And then, like I said, we've got a new video on Friday. Now, that new video on Friday was going to be the next OpenTTD viewers game. But then Justin... not Justin. I've been watching too much children's TV. Jason, from Not Just Bikes, shouted out my recent City Skylines 2 train-only challenge. So, that episode of 1 went out of that went up for that recently, before everybody got ill. So part 2 of that challenge will be coming on Friday. I literally rendered the final render of that video before this live stream. I was sat here waiting for it to finish, thinking, am I going to have to cancel the rendering before the stream starts? And the answer was no. It's all sorted. So on Friday, that video will be coming. If you haven't seen part 1, go check it out. It's an interesting challenge. It's very train related. I know it's not OpenTTD, but it's very train related. So feel free to go check that out. Okay, next bits of news. We'll rattle through these and then we'll get into the gameplay. You've got a few days left to submit your year 2000-ish game saves for this season that we're doing just now. Okay. So, Season 11 OpenTTD, you can play along, there's a link somewhere, but if you go to my website, masterhellish.net, you can go to the download section. Somebody was looking for the download section, couldn't find it. It's actually in the main menu, so if you're not looking in the main menu, I'm not actually sure where you'd be looking, but it is there, and you can go download the Season 11, play along. You have until the end of the month, so you've only got a few days. And speaking of months, the monthly giveaway for Railway Empire will end tonight, because this is the last main channel stream of the month, I believe. Let me have a look at my calendar. Yes, I've got one thing right tonight. A community gaming night should continue on Monday as planned. We're doing Stellaris. We've probably got a couple of sessions left of that. And Max Permadeath will be back next week on Friday for more RimWorld. Now, Max Permadeath might go on hold for a little while to make room for a few other things on the schedule, but I'm quite enjoying it. I think the viewers are quite enjoying it. So I think that might be a project that we see dipping in and out of as we continue into the future. And if you're watching any videos or streams on YouTube and you see something interesting or funny, please do clip it. Helps me out, helps the community out, and everything is cool. See what chat's up to and just catching up. Yeah. Influenza? No, I don't think it was that. Morning. Good morning, Australia. Yeah. Hello, all of you. And yeah, Love Wars was good. Egg's excited for Love Wars because Egg did well. Egg did well. Good evening. Good evening. So yes, we're going to be doing booze tonight. We started it last time and we're going to be continuing it on this time. Why cancel the render before the live stream? Because if my computer CPU is busy rendering the video, it could impact the quality of the live stream. So rendering a video, especially a 1440p 60 frames per second video that eventually came out at 15 gigabytes, is quite an intensive process to do on the computer. You don't want to be doing intensive processes whilst you are live streaming. It could affect the stream. As Brandon tried to play a City Skylines with just boats, you know what? That could potentially be a thing. Multi-threading is a thing, right? Yeah, but you can't always rely on it to prioritize the tasks correctly. So even though multi-threading is a thing and it doesn't match the CPU out, applications can sit and wait behind each other even though they shouldn't, and it can affect performance. I'd rather just not. I'd rather it just render overnight. Put it on the server, render it overnight or something. So there we go. All right, Jan, welcome to the stream. We're all doing your first stream? Welcome to your first stream. Your first stream is going to be a bit of an odd one. I am not 100%. I am still slightly under the weather from being ill over the last few days. So after we've done the little intro here, in 1 minute time or so, tonight I'm going to turn the studio lights off and I'll turn the camera off and we'll just have the gameplay tonight. We'll hopefully, it'll still be a good stream. You don't need to see my face, right? Right? Okay. Hello there. Yeah, hello there. Yes. Let's see. Should you be doing booze given your fuzzy head tonight? You know, the booze might clear it. Boats aren't as advantageous as a train. Yeah, clip that. Clip whatever Brandon said. There we go. Got RimWorld under your skin. Yeah. You bought it on sale. You know, I think if you are remotely interested in games similar to RimWorld and you get a good sale price on RimWorld, I think you have to have RimWorld. Yeah. The Netherlands collab between Jason and Brandon, not just boats. You know what? I'm overdue a visit to the Netherlands. I need to go to that burger place and meet Brandon again. Okay, folks. So we've done the news. Like I said, Love Wars highlights came out recently. Look out for the Train Only Challenge on City Skylines 2. And if you haven't seen part 1, I highly recommend you go check it out. People seem to be really liking the video. The pickup was initially slow because, of course, like most of you here are just here for OpenTTD, and the ones that the algorithm doesn't know what to do with that. So there we go. What burger place? Brandon just said, no, not Wendy's. Is it with an A or an O, Brandon? I'm not sure. Maybe we can get a Google Map pin for the burger joint. Let's do that. Let's do that. Right. Let's jump into the game. Now this time I have the game prepared. And I thought I'd try a different graphics set, but it's not working. So let's go into the game. Let's go into OpenTTD, and I'm going to say for now, because I don't want to be staring at these studio lights all night tonight. Hello and goodbye, and we'll turn the camera off. Boop, boop. There we go. And I'll just turn my studio lights off, and you'll have to forgive me on that point tonight. There we go. So yes, I was playing around with the graphics on OpenTTD, and I did not the new giraffes, with the not game settings scripts, the settings, no, the options, about the only thing that I haven't clicked. I changed it to classic, and because we've got mods and things, most of it looks the same. Like the city is modded, so you don't see a difference. Like the industries are modded, so you don't see a difference. But the airports look slightly different. Yeah. And so do the signs. And I think, yeah, again, the ships are modded, so you don't see the difference there. So it's probably not there. Yeah. Anyway. Warburger, just looked it up. Yeah, that's the one. It's like, it's in your city. You know what? I went to that place for the first time in the Netherlands, in Rotterdam. And it was like the best fast food I think I've had. Yeah, mouse is different as well. Anyway, I don't want to concentrate on the graphics things tonight because we might make a special video about that at some point. Let's unpause the game, get things moving, and get alcohol across the world. So to recap on how things are going, we started with a railway service between this city, that's grown quite a lot now, and the city over here. We expanded with various different other services, including some sort of petroleum or fuel that was coming from this liquids terminal. And we're producing quite a lot of oil and supplying it across the world. And that's getting put across into the town and cities from all the different stations. You see we're bringing it in there. There is an industry somewhere in there that accepts it. There it is, the petrol station, accepting the fuel. And then we started working on the food network, so we brought some trains up, and they came into this section over here, into Hammer Time Foods. We brought some foods in, we started to produce a lot of food supplies and all that sort of thing. Here, at the moment, we are producing 864 tons of food. And then we started the second main line, which is this passenger network here with these large towns all connected up, which came in quite nicely. We've got Death Junction on that one, and that one connects up into our original network as well. We did a few more industry bits, but then eventually we came over and started this loop line here down here. The city's actually grown beyond the line now. The line has been completely encumbered round there. But this new main line that we built, this is the newest main line. I think if we want to do any modifications, we need to think about it soon, because the buildings are really starting to get in the way of some of these stations. And oh my goodness, that one's huge. These towns, I mean, this is 4 different towns. They're all going crazy. Yeah. And then the last couple of times, we were working in this network down here. So we started bringing various different supplies into a few places, like this cement plant, and into this glassworks, and then down here into this port. All the different resources that they need. And then we started boating it across the ocean down here to this supply yard. And we're using aircraft mostly to get the supplies back again. So that's what we've been up to. Right then. And so now, at the end of the last time, we started this brand new line over here where we've got these farms. Okay, these farms, they do have livestock, but we don't care about the livestock. It's the maize that we want. We just want the maize. And there's a farm here, and a farm there, and a farm there, and a farm there. There's lots of farms. I think there's a couple more farms down here and here, and they all come down to this brewery. Okay, so we need to start getting things coming down the line into the brewery, and then we're going to take it all the way up to the top of the world here to this hotel. Okay, that's why it's alcohol across the world. Hi Network 17, watching on Twitch there, welcome to the stream. So that is how we are progressing. That's how things are coming along. And we are now going to start getting these farms hooked up. Now, normally on a line like this, what I say is you get your line in, get your stations in, hook your junctions up, then do your depots. So you know what? I think we're going to keep on with that tonight. So we're going to the establishment called So yes, let's get the stations in. So this one first. This one is really close to the line. So let's get we're going to get a piece of track coming off. Are we going to spread the station? That's the question. So drag and drop. If I do this, it's too far away. How are we going to do this one? I guess we're going to have to pull into the station first and then pull out and round. So let's do that. We'll do a temper 3. And I think we could just do it like this. Is there any reason why we wouldn't do that? I think we wouldn't want to do that just in case we had 3 trains in the station already and one was waiting, because then it would just wait on the main line. So let's give it an extra space. And then I think we're going to be fine. We'll put a signal there, and you're going to get at least 1 train waiting off the line. And then we need pieces of track on the end of the station, because for a ro-ro station you need a signal at the end. And then we need to go under this line. I think probably the best thing to do is just tunnel the line, okay? Because our trains aren't going to be going very quickly to begin with, right? So going around a sharp corner here at the end of the platform is not something that I'm that worried about, okay? We will give them a bit of an angle there. It's probably fine. And then we need to just clean this up. So if we get rid of these bits of track here, let's get the music in. There we go. And then we can start tunneling under that. There we are. I feel it's better to tunnel the main line than it is to bridge the branch line. And then I think we can get across here. Yeah, we can. Okay, there we go. So that's that station put in. Okay, she's all welcome. Things are going not too bad. I've been a little unwell, but I'm getting there, thank you. So that's that farm in. Let's do the next one. Now, there's probably going to be a different solution for each farm, or at least something's a little bit different. Again, for this one, though, let's get our temp... Oh, no. Let's get our temper 3 in. I'm just thinking, actually, because we're doing maize, we should probably look to see if that's an oil facility, water pumping. There you look, grain silo. These should be grain silo. Oh my goodness, that's a interesting structure. It's a big, big grain silo. There we are. Grain silo. Oh. Well, that was a different structure. What's that one? That was a grain loading station. Oh yes, we should definitely have the loading stations. Okay, not the silos. Fair enough. Let's do that. Oh yeah, that's much better. Fantastic. So what you want to try and do with Ro-Ro stations is have your trains come in the back when they're empty and then just fly out the front when they're full. In theory. Oh, are we going to hit this industry? Yeah, but we'll tunnel under it and it'll be fine. What isn't fine is this hill. Ah, you know what? There we go. We're gonna need some sort of junction here anyway. I would like a big diagonal here, but then it's gonna go down 2. Oh, going down 2 is fine. Is that right? No. Oh no, this is the wrong polarity. This station is the wrong polarity. We need to be going the other way. The only problem is there's a town there, but I will deal with that. I will figure it out. Oh, also the industries that. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we've got an industry to go around, and the town. There we go. I think that is long enough to have a wiggle. Yeah, it is. Okay, let's try and get these two together. That town. Oh, it does let us blow that up. Okay. Good. Right. So now I've got the right one. Because the trains are going to be coming out here. And down this line. Which means we can connect this one up with a diagonal. We need to go up another one so that the diagonal's nice and even, I think. Right, that is going to be about right. So somewhere here. Okay, let's get a diagonal there. There we go. Good. Nothing wrong with that. Apart from the hump there. We don't want that. Can I get rid of that? No. Can I now? Yes. Brilliant. And then we've got to somehow come off this way. Down and under. Right, how long was that diagonal? 4. Okay. Let's do some 4s. YouTube is remove like button. I don't think so. I think maybe broken? Let's have a look. Yeah, I see like button and dislike button and clip button. You should use clip button. Definitely. Okay, so yeah, we would normally tunnel under here, but then we've got tunnely bits, so we've got the land height changes already. So I think on this occasion, this one's going to be the tunnel. So we need to go down again, which is fine. Going down twice, not a problem, because this is the down section. So in fact, that will help us get around the corner quicker. Going down twice, I think. I'm not 100% sure about that. Right. Now, I think I've lined the tunnel up in the wrong place. I have. Never mind. There we go. That looks good to me. Let's just extend the signals. Nice. Okay, so that one's connected okay. It's a little bit wonky because I didn't plan it through right. Infernal Badger just clicked the like button. Well, we've got about 100... well, there's more than 100 of you watching at the moment, and there's just over 40 likes. So let's make sure that everybody can see that like button and prove it by pressing the like button right now. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Okay, and then we've got another farm that's similar to this one, but it's right up against the tracks. And there's another industry in the way. The other industry, his diamond mine, is right close to it. But, oh, there's a hill here. I was going to say, but if we have a station on the other side of the hill, it would be in catchment. Yeah. How do you do that signal planting to the very end of the rail? When you are doing your click and drag, you hold control on the keyboard and it does it to the next junction or whatever. Yeah. You was promised booze? Well, we're going to have booze. We're currently doing our farms to get maize, and we're going to take the maize down the track to this brewery here. And then the brewery is going to make the alcohol, and then that is going to get taken all the way across the world to this hotel. Yeah. We've got so yeah, there we go. That's the way to do. That's what we're doing, and that's the way to do it. We've had a super chat come in, and could you add one right-hand traffic train line, please? One of these spurs? Yeah, we'll do one of them for you. We'll do it the other way around. Yeah, why not? No, it's not made yet, but we're in the process of making it, or being able to make it. So let's do this farm next. So we're going to do this farm the opposite way around, just for giggles. And I think there's not enough room here for a station. No, it's 8 for 3. Oh, hang on, I know. We'll do it this way, and I'll do it the right way around. We'll do it like this. There we go, that's near the farm. And normally, oh god, normally we'd be coming out this way, but I've agreed to come out this way for some reason. So this whole branch line's the wrong way around on purpose. And I've no idea how that's going to affect things. Okay, so we need these lines to come together. We can do one land height change there. Right, now they don't want to be together. Is that a double wiggle? That's a double wiggle. We don't want a double wiggle. Okay, to stop the double wiggle, we'll do this. Is that right? Yes, I think so. Oh no, there's a town in the way. That's fine, we'll figure it out. Yeah, we could go under the town. I don't see that being a problem. I tell you what is a problem. This river, and it's full of evil fish. It is. It's absolutely full of evil fish. So we'll just bomb all the fish, and that's fine. Nobody minds blowing up evil fish, right? There we go. So we'll just put a tunnel under the corner of the town there, rather than going around the town or annoying the town in any other sort of way. We'll just go under the edge. I think that's fine. And now we need to put the signals on here, because I'm going to forget that this line's the other way around. Which I'm already getting confused by. Thank you very much. So we're going that way. We're going that way for some reason. Oh, these signals. That's so much more difficult to just glance at and see exactly what's happening compared to this. Right? Is it Thursday already? No, we're a day early. We're having a low content week this week because myself and the family haven't been very well. But this week the stream would have been on a Wednesday anyway, because I'm not able to stream tomorrow. So now I have to figure out how I'm going to connect these lines up to this main line. And it's even worse now, because we've got a 4-track main line. So, I mean, this corner... Oh, look, there's more evil fish. Bomb the evil fish. There we are, evil fish are all gone. Now, I've just noticed that the line comes up from here. So that's a very good opportunity to take it at the same height and just bring it across and connect it up like this. Okay. So that's kind of like the diagonal in, if we want it there. And then we don't need to go up the line. We only need to come down the line. We could have a bridge here, I guess. Yeah, I like the idea of a bridge because we can keep the land height up and then connect up there. So let's do that to begin with. There we go. And then we'll come out for a little bit. Yeah. No, one more. Yeah, no, there. Then we'll come along for a little bit. One more. There we go. Oh, no, not plane crash. There we go. Clone the aircraft, keep them going. And then connect that up. Get off. Yeah, okay, so that works quite nicely, I think. Oh no, it's the wrong way around. Oh, you made me do this on purpose, didn't you? Yeah, it's the interface in left hand, right hand. Oh well, okay. So this side's gonna need the bridge. There we go. And somehow we've got to cross the lines. Oh, actually, this isn't too bad. So as soon as we come out from under the bridge, we just do that. I mean, it's a bit weird, but it's not my fault, is it? What graphics set is that? No, that's not it. It's we're using OpenGRFX2 Classic at the moment. I kind of wish I wasn't, because it's really confusing with all the other mods that we've got going on. But never mind. It is what's currently running. I was testing it for something else. So that works fine now. And actually that's okay. But the problem I've got now is that I want to be able to come in from the other lines as well. So let's remove 6 here. We'll go down and up. That was just a misclick. And we'll come off. Do you want to come off that sharply? I don't think I do want to come off that sharply. I think I want to give it a bit of a run. Yeah, let's give it a run out to here. And then thinking about how I want to connect this up. Tell you what I'll do. We'll go up to here and then bring this in like that. I like that. That's not too bad actually. The two peeling off and then joining up and coming round. This is going to be a bit of a nightmare, I think. Oh, actually, we can do something extremely similar. So here, we can take 6 out and go down. Pop the tunnel in. If I can get the mouse combination right. And then, oh, is the industry in the way? No, the industry isn't quite in the way. Okay, and then what I want to do is come out a little bit more. And then just connect these up so that I can come out here one more. That's not too bad, right? Yeah, I think that's fine. I mean, these aren't length 10, though. I don't think they need to be, do they? Could I sneak another bridge in? No, because of that track there. I think we'll leave it like that. Yeah. Oh no, Gil's 100% here. Signals before the split. So yeah, signals before the join here. Signals before the join there. Signal before the split there. Signal before the split there. Can't see if there's a signal here. Oh, there isn't. So let's put... Oh god, I can't see still. Good job I checked. That signal's the wrong way around. There we go. We got another super chat. It says here, if you change the line to left hand, I'll send 15. That's a lot of line to change. We'd have to. We spent a good deal of the last part of an episode doing that line, and we'd have to change the whole line and 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 stations. So we'd have to switch quite a lot. We would. I think that would take up too much valuable stream time. Interesting idea though. Thanks for the offer. Hang on a minute. Hang on. No, left hand. No, the line just from now. Back to left hand. From right to left. Oh, what? You want me to change this line that I've just created back again? That branch line, is that what you mean? But I made it right hand just for you. Oh, that is a troll, that isn't it, eh? I tell you what, we'll let chat decide. Let chat decide whether they think I should change that line back again or not. Right, we're gonna do this line while chat are deciding. Now this one's quite close, but I don't think it's close enough just to put the railway line right next to it. So let's get our station. Is that close enough? No, it accepts nothing. Do we want to be on this hill? I don't think we want to be on this hill, although it would provide an interesting challenge. So let's do it. Okay, 3.8. 3.10, there we go. Hey, it's the right way round. Yeah. Change it. Unidirectional. I love it like it is now. It does seem like a bribe, doesn't it? Yeah, let's get a little train whistle in on that. Why not, eh? Here we go. Oh, no. No, that's it. Another train whistle. Double train whistles. Okay, here we go. Fantastic. Okay, right. Chat have said I should take the incentive and change this back again. Okay, so to change this back, thank you very much, viewers. This is all your fault. We need to put the signals on the other end of the station, right? These signals don't need to be here. We can just turn a left hand like this and then connect that up. Of course, we want to remove all these signals because they're all completely on the wrong bit now. And I can't see behind that station label. Oh, it's fine. And then we're going to turn out of here, but of course this turn no longer matches up with that piece of track. There we go. And then I'm not quite sure how we're going to get... Oh, I know what we'll do to make that bit match. We'll just slightly modify the hillside so that then it links up back to the old track there. This one doesn't seem to have too much of a problem. I don't like this double kink. So I'm going to get rid of the double kink by smoothing that one little peak coming up and then going across. Now, I don't have a problem with the little kink. It's just when you have a double kink, it's not great. So the signals will now be going this way. No, they won't. Did it? Oh, yeah, they will. They'll be going that way. And they come down the line like this, which means pretty much all of this is pointless now. So we can get rid of that. And this bridge needs to be moved over. There we go. So that we can connect that in. And then this diagonal can come in quite nicely as well. So, what do you mean already built? I know it's already built. I think what we'll do is we'll put like a little bridge in here because that's going to be the easiest way to get the inner line onto the outer. And then we are going to hit a little bit of land. There we go. There we are. So that is length 9. I'm going to bring it back just a little bit more. There we go, length 10. And this diagonal now... hang on a minute. Oh, I just accidentally deleted the diagonal. There we go. So they merge together nicely here. That comes off the main line a lot neater. Then this bit's fine, but I don't like how the main line's going up and down and up and down, so we'll take the opportunity to remedy that. So I think what we'll do is we'll just get rid of this and some of that track there, right? Flatten this. We'll put that out to the other side so our track can come down. And how much? We can't get it any closer than that. There we go. So there we go. At least we're not going up and down now. We can either come down and in or stay up and come into the other outer line. And then we're missing some signals from here. And there we go. Isn't that neater? There we go. AS109 keeping their promise. Send some love, not money. To Gil from... oh. Well, everybody will get a bit of love to Gil Games. Because why not, eh? There we go. I don't always do things on the streams for super chats. But... I guess, you know, I guess it depends how interesting it would be. You're right, DJ Egg. I did leave fantastic unnecessary thing there, so there we go. Fantastic indeed. Oh, that's so much neater. Right, well, we got that back now. Let's go back over here and keep working on it. So, this one's similar. We've got signals on the end of the platform. We're going to turn right. But then we're going to try and make it nice and neat. I think it's going to end up being a very similar design. The only thing here is that we're higher up. So I'm not sure how that's going to play. Yeah. I'm thinking about bridges and tunnels and how it might connect up. Why does he say fantastic and not magnificent and brilliant like proper British? I do say those words, just not as much as fantastic. Okay, let's bring the land height up. I don't think I quite did that in the right place. I don't want to go... yeah, let's go down one. keep it even for a little while and then bring it in. Okay, and then we can kind of stick to this technique where we go forward and put a tunnel in. But the difference here is that the line needed to go up anyway. Where here it doesn't, so we have to take out 6. Not up, we're going down. I've seen a question about the missing face cam a few times in the chat, but I'm presuming somebody's answered that question somewhere. If not, it's because I'm not feeling 100% and I've turned off the studio lights. Give my eyes a break because they are bright. They are bright. That's the point of studio lights. Yeah, they can be a little bit too bright for my eyes when I'm not feeling 100%. So let's get this track a little bit further out here. Nah, it doesn't want to do what I want it to do. There we go. Let's neaten that up a little bit. Oh, I accidentally did a bit in the water. I'll put it back. There we go. I don't think these fish are evil, right? These fish aren't evil. So, signals, going down the line, round, brilliant. Now, it's just this bit. I don't like this bit. Yeah. Oh, folks, I forgot to say at the beginning of the stream. At the end of this stream, I'm going to be running a server stress test. Okay? So, I would love it if anybody watching the stream could spare 10 to 20 minutes at the end of the stream to pop onto the server and see how many companies and vehicles and things we can make on my server. Okay? Now, I'll give the details out both on the stream and on Discord, so you don't have to come over to the Discord to take part in the stress test. Okay? So the stress test is just getting as many people onto the server as possible for a relatively short amount of time to see how it handles it, see if we get any disconnects and stuff. So if everybody wants to jump on, we will be doing that at the end of the stream. Okay? It'll be latest stable, so it'll be 14.1. Right then, so the most straightforward thing I can think of is kind of bring this track up here, and then we could have like this, which I like that, that's good. But then the problem is how do we get in from the inner track without causing any problems? And I think that's what I want to do. So if we move this one another 2 down, that should give us enough room, or enough waiting room, to then have this one cross in here. So we'll remove those two, and those two. We have a bit of a problem. I can't do the tunnel I wanted. Okay, we will figure that out. Let's put the tunnel in first. Okay, so we've got this one coming out. We can get a train off the main line and come in here. Now what? A bridge? I mean, that kind of works, but it's not what I wanted. Yeah, I think if we move all this back by 1, it's going to work. But rather than sit here and try and work out whether it will work if we move it all back by 1, I'm just going to do it. And then we'll know whether it works, because it either will or won't. There we go. So yes, it would be nice if all 150 of you piled on the server at the end of the stream, but there's no pressure. If you can, you can. If you can't, you can't. Hey, I don't know exactly how long it'll take. It'll be somewhere in the region, like I said, 10 to 15 minutes. Well, there we go. So we put a signal here before that merge. Signal here before the split. And signal here before that split. So if there's a train waiting here, it could potentially block the main line, but then we'd have to have like 4 plus trains waiting. Yeah. So it's going to be version 14.1. Just make a bridge instead of a tunnel. What, here? I like the tunnel. Guild Games, you're right. A bridge might be better, but I like the tunnel. Okay, so today we're going to have a nice little tunnel there. Yep, I'm quite happy with that one as well. So how many is that? We had the one originally, 2, 3, 4. Then we've had the troublesome 5th one. I think we've got then this one. Is that it? Oh no, we've got 2 more down there. 6 and 7. Right, okay, this one should be quite... Oh, look at this, we've got a diagonal here. Let's try and integrate the diagonal into this station. I'm going to do that by doing this. Now, Gil's right. You could save space by doing bridges, because a bridge goes up in 1 and comes down in 1. But a tunnel, it takes 2. It takes 2, that song... It's alright, I can't sing. I won't sing anymore. There we go. I like that. That's nice and neat. And then this can... I mean, I don't know exactly what it's going to do. I presume if we just go straight, we can go into our platforms like this. I don't think there's quite enough room. We might need to just do a little bit of land shaving. Yeah, just take the corner out. And we'll go straight up out of the station. I don't think that is probably going to cause some problems for the trains, to be honest. But never mind. Who knows, eh? Let's go out to there for a change. Give the trains a good chance to pull themselves out the station. Run up to here. And then what? Something. Now in the past, we've done something like this, where we go over and join in both of the 2. But I'm wondering, can we lower this segment of line and then just connect in somehow? Right, let's pretend that this segment of line isn't here. There you go. That makes it easier to pretend, doesn't it? Because that makes it not here. And then what would we do? Well, what we'd do is we'd do 2 diagonals. We'd do one that's length 10 on the inside, like this. It's a bit too long for that station though, so we'll go with a slightly shorter one. Like that. And then on the other side, I mean, I'll show you what Gil's talking about. So I've been taking sections out the main line that are 6 long. You can do it with just 4 long and a bridge, because it just fits. New Viewer Plus subscriber? Fantastic! GG, are you a brand new Viewer Plus subscriber? Well, this is what it's telling me right here. Thank you very much, GG, for joining the Viewer Plus subscribers. Let's go have a look at the Viewer Plus. Here we go. So, at the moment, this is saying 95. It hasn't updated yet. And GG is going to... There we go. Newest sub, GG96. Thank you very much for being part of the Viewer Plus subscribers. If anybody's wondering, Viewer Plus is basically like a channel membership on YouTube, or a Twitch subscription, except it's through my website. It's not through YouTube, and it's not through Twitch. It's direct to me. You've got all 3 as an option if you want to take part in supporting me, and I think Viewer Plus is the best way of doing that. So thank you very much, GG. Let's get this diagonal back on here, like this. Now, if we just remove that signal, get that one in, get one in there, There we go. So that's a relatively straightforward way of doing it. But like I said, we just imagined that that other track just wasn't there. So now the other track has to go under whatever we've just done. And it's going to have to do it here, I think. And that is going to be potentially quite a long tunnel. How long is that tunnel? 8. You know what? I can live with that. That's not too bad. On this sort of line, with the amount of trains that are coming through here, 8's alright. So there we go, there's another way of doing it. I quite like that actually, with a dual track line. I don't think I've ever done that before. A couple of diagonals going over it. And to be honest, if you spread these two diagonals out further, you could probably get your bridges to come up and down and have a gap in the middle, so that you could get some signals in. So that's probably better. I haven't really got the extra space that I'm worried about here. I'm happy with that for now. I think that's good enough. I think Gil would give that at least a 6 out of 10. Is that right, Gil Games? I think he'd give it less than 6 out of 10 for that one. Yeah. And I have no idea. Oh, there's the final. There's the final station. So once we get the final station hooked in, we'll get a couple of depots. We'll get some trains running. A few more depots, and then we'll start the big new line. Gilgo says, yeah, 6? Okay, I would. I'd give a 6 for that. Now, originally, I was going to get this particular farm to come this side of the city. I'll show you in drawing mode. Okay. I was going to get this farm to curl around here between the city and the water and in between these two industries, and then try and connect up onto the line. But I've just realised that's a bit daft, because if I put the station there, like next to that sawmill, I can just put it straight into the line. There's no reason to do anything ridiculous. So there we go. Is it possible to gift a month Viewer Plus? In the past, we did have Viewer Plus gift, and it wasn't, and it's not there at the moment. So the answer used to be yes, but I disabled it because I felt like there was a better way of doing it. So we took the feature away to be refined. So at the moment, no. Right then, let's get a station in here. We'll do it so the trains can come in and load like this, I think. Or at least I think we took the feature away. Basically, the feature was not used very often and needed improvement, but I didn't have the time to make it improved. Yeah. Yeah, depot horror Nate. No, the depots should be fine. Depots should be fine. I tell you what. Let's do this. This is not something I do very often. Boop. Boop. Yeah, I like that. That's good. It's cute. And then I'm not sure, like I said, I'm not sure exactly how these lines are going to connect in. But with it being so close to the station, it's just going to be almost direct, right? So this one, bang, only ever goes in there. Why not? Let's make it easy. Oh, look at this. It's almost as if I'd written it like poetry. Now, there is a slight problem, is I've got to work out which line this actually is. So if it's on the outside line, then it needs to be connected to the outside line. Okay, fair enough. So after a length of 10 here, we'll go a diagonal. And there we go. Move that signal here. And there we go. Wow. That was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. There is a little bit of uppy downiness here, so I think what we'll do is we'll take that off there. Oh, and it goes up and down there as well. is we'll just shave a tiny bit off the entire hill. And there we go. Oh, that's quite a nice line, actually. Nice and neat, in through the station. Turns sharply in at the very last moment. I mean, we could make this diagonal a little bit longer here, but it doesn't really need to be. I mean, yeah, okay, let's do it a little bit. Let's make it a 5 diagonal. We've got room for that. There we go. Turns nice and neatly in. Straight into the station, round and peels back out again. Isn't it fantastic? Bit late. Oh, well, you're alright. Welcome. Welcome. Make that a terminus. No reason for Roro there. I mean, I don't think any of these really have a reason for Roro. So, yes. It's, these are probably unnecessary Roros. I think some terminus should be alright. I thought these were on Thursdays. They are normally just this week, and this week only. We're doing it on a Wednesday. I am unable to stream tomorrow. We've got a question over on Twitch. How long have you been playing this map? Well, this map, what stream are we on? What stream are we on? We're stream 14. Each live stream's been 3 hours long. So, do the maths. That's how long. There we go. Music's a bit loud, isn't it? Isn't it? I don't think it is. Well, we can knock it down a little bit if you like. I don't mind. There we go. There we are. Evening, good evening, good evening. Let's have a look. Any other questions that I might have missed? I think I've picked up on all the questions. Yeah. You learned that you can make bridges over tunnels and have a track crossing them thanks to Mr. Hellman. Is that some sort of mayonnaise person? I have no idea. Anyway, with 5 billion in the bank account, it's time to start putting in the depots and getting some trains going. So what we're looking for is a long stretch of track where we can just put in some depots. Now, this track here is going to need some. So let's do that now. And we'll do this 9 to here. Take out these 3. There we go. Now, there's going to be a bit of a problem here. In that the track's staying up. I don't want it to stay up. I want it to go down again. I think we'll do a little nook. Yeah, a bit more. There we go. Fantastic. Get the depots in. Get rid of the forbidden bit of track and the pass-through. There we go. Version 15, we won't need to get rid of the forbidden bit of track. It'll be done for us. There we go. So those are the depots for that line. That's all we need on that line. Jeno, hello, welcome. I'm not doing too bad. You may notice my voice is slightly different. I'm not feeling 100%. That's why we've got the studio lights turned off and the camera turned off tonight. Oh, hang on a moment here. So on Twitch, Pyrowood has gifted 3 months of Tier 1 to Guild Games. So thank you very much for the Tier 1 gift subs there on Twitch. Thank you very much. Any news on 15? Version 15? So Beta 1 for version 15 is out. We can expect a Beta 2 or a release candidate at some point. When we finally get a release candidate, I would estimate it will be between 3 and 9 weeks until the version 15 is released. But that is a guess. I don't have any inside information. Right then, let's get some more tracks. Right, yes. So the depots here are going to be harder to do on this line. Didn't think of that. I'm not doing them on this diagonal. And also this industry is in the way, which doesn't help, does it? Did we do this somewhere else? I think we did, didn't we? Oh my goodness, is that what it ended up looking like? We need a better one than that. Is it an actual world map? No, this is not a world map. This is just a normal OpenTTD map. Nothing crazy on this one. Apart from the crazy railway lines and the crazy ships doing their own crazy things. Yeah, okay, let's give this a go, shall we? Kind of small? Nah, not really. We haven't had a look at the world map for a while. Yeah. There's quite a lot of map and infrastructure coming in. Magic Bulldozer. Oh, we don't use that here. We don't use that here. I can't remember any time that I've actually used it, to be honest. Yeah. There's a lot of big buildings in here, though. A lot of very big buildings. Zoom out and it's still buildings. Okay, I zoom out a bit more and it's okay. Yeah, I have no idea how these depots are going to work, so let's just try it. Okay. So we can't put that up there because the railway line's in the way. And there's not enough space here for depots. So let's forget about depots on the line there. Do some depots over here, right? So if we do... There's not enough space to do it properly. You know what? Because this is like a end of line branch thing, let's just do some double depots. Okay. Now, we can do this. Oh, hang on. We need the through line. We can do this because these depots are more than 16 tiles away from the main line. So any train going up and down the main line will not turn off to get to these depots. They will not do that. So that's okay. We got depots for that. We got depots for this. And then we've got plenty of space here to do some proper depots. But how do we do them? Well, normally, for a single line, or for a normal dual track, I would come in here. Let's just do it as if we're doing a normal line, and then we'll see what happens. Because at the moment, I have no idea. We'd come up here. That's where the depot would be. Then we'd come down. We'd go out another 9 and back onto the line. Okay. So then, if I do this, that's fine. Do we just do optional humpy depots? We could do. That might be a way of doing it. Trains missing. There are trains missing, yes, but we need to get depots in before we can have trains. The trains can't come from nowhere. Stream quality is much better these days. New internet connection. No. We were having problems with the encoder in OBS. So I can't remember what the encoder settings that we were using. It was... bear with me a second. I am going to find something that might help. I can't remember. It wasn't the bit rate that was the problem. It was OBS, right.
Well, here we go. It's tangent time.
Okay, so it wasn't the bit rate that was the problem, or anything like that, or poor network, or any of the normal things that people would normally say. The problem was that my graphics card with OBS didn't like encoding OpenTTD. So instead, I'm using my CPU. Okay? And which is what I was doing for Twitch anyway, for other reasons. So it wasn't keyframes. It wasn't keyframes. It wasn't bitrate. It wasn't other bits and bobs. It was simply my graphics card through OBS doesn't like doing OpenTTD. It was fine for other games. Okay? It was fine. I could do City Skylines and it would look fine. But for OpenTTD, just didn't like it. So I wound it back, did different bits and bobs, and got it all sorted out. And no, we're just using the CPU to encode now, and now it's fine. So yes, we didn't have to change any. Graphics. We didn't have to change any bit rates. We didn't have to change any network cables or internet providers. It was just not using the CPU, not using the GPU, and switching to the CPU for OpenTTD, and that fixed it. I don't run a 5090. What mod do you use for those GUI icons? These current GUI icons are being done by the OpenGFX2 base set, and it's not a good time to look at that base set because we've got a lot of mods that overrule it. Okay, I don't have any emotes on Twitch. I don't really have many, but you know what? Get a moderator to message me on the mod chat, and I'll add it to my to-do list. It might get done one day. Right, let's crack on. Let's get some depots going. So we're going to do optional depots, optional Humpy depots. Okay. So that's like. Oh, hang on a minute. That's not what I wanted to do. Right. I was doing off the lines, but you know what? I'm not going to do off the lines on this line. We're going to do it differently because we've been doing off the lines down here. Okay. And we've done it down here. And we've done it over here. So we've done a lot of off-the-line depots. Let's show people the option of doing it on the line, which is sometimes a little less efficient because, you know, your trains can slow other trains down for going in and out. But it's not normally that bad. Especially if you have them regularly, then you don't get many trains trying to use them all at the same time. I don't think I've done this right. What do you mean unable to excavate land? I have no idea what's going on. We've done the outside ones. I think they're going to have to be staggered to do the inside ones. Okay, we're doing them like that then. So we go like this. That one goes over. Get rid of that one. There we go. Yes, my thinking capacity is not what it normally is, but we're persevering. There we go. So this is one way of doing it. I kind of like doing it like this. Yeah. I think has Steve just looked up my PC specs on my website? Well done, Steve, for actually going to the website, going to masterhellish.net and going to the about sections and actually checking it out. Nice one. You're on a Linux? Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's crack it on. So yeah, I think that's fine, but then you have to have like the opposite, don't you? So we'll leave a gap for signals. Signal, 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 signal. And then how much do we have to delete to put this in? 4. 4 by 4. Okay. 4 by 4, too wide. Tunnel, tunnel, bridge, bridge. And then depot, 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 depot. You know what? I like that. That's pretty cool. Nice and neat. Keeps it neat, keeps it tidy, gives them options. We could probably then fit that in right down here as well. So let's do that. So we need here going to 4x4. We put the land height up. It's too wide. Then we do 2 tracks like this and tunnel the other 2. And then we can get our depots in slightly staggered. Take out the forbidden bit of track. And that's it. I mean, if you want to do your signals to make it a little bit more efficient, there you go. Take out your next 4x4 and do the other section. And this time you just swap it over so the tunnels are here and here. Your track goes there and there. You depot it up just like this. It's quick. If nothing else, it's quick and it's compact. Yeah. So there we go. Let's get them in. Yeah. Oh wow! Hello there,
subscriber. Fantastic.
Nick. Thank you very much for being our next brand new Viewer Plus subscriber. Like I said previously, we have we have Twitch subs, we have channel memberships on YouTube, but we also have Viewer Plus. So thank you very much, Nick. You are number 97 there in the number of people who have subscribed as a Viewer Plus. So thank you very much. Okay, let's see. Can we can probably get some depots in here as well. Yeah, we can. Okay, tunnel. Now this is where I think like a blueprint tool would be a little useful. Because you are doing something very similar in a relatively small space. Yeah. You're welcome. I thought I would use my set YouTube name unless I did that wrong. Well then, oopsies. It uses your username for the website, not your YouTube username. It uses the website username. So if you want to change your website username, you are able to change your website username. I am pretty sure it does say that, but if it doesn't, please give me a nudge and I will make sure that it is very clear that that is what happens. I will put an extra notification or something to make it nice and obvious. Anyway. Yeah. There's a blueprint mod from RimWorld, very handy. I'm not too bothered about it in RimWorld. I tend to do more unique things in RimWorld. Right, we're getting close to getting trains now. Okay, I think... Yeah, we're going to start just doing the double depots now. So how are we going to do the double depots with this? Do we just stagger it? Huh. I haven't thought about it. Surely there must be a better design for these guys. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do it a little bit different. Okay. We're going to come down here. Oh no, we've got the hill in the way. Oh. I was thinking of doing that a little bit differently. We have got depots down here. I suppose we could just have depots before we go into the station. We can't do that here, there's not enough room. Yeah, I mean, I'll show you here, because this river contains evil fish. So we can just blow it up, and the river can go away. So what I was thinking of doing was getting the one track to come out this way, and the other track to come out that way. We go along, you know, 10. We have our double depot, and then we go along 10 and go back in again. but we do it as, instead of off the line, we do it on the line and have them as optional. Like this. So the main line actually just kinks out and kinks back in again. Like that. That's a bit interesting. I've never done it like that before. There might well be a reason. Also, this kinking in and out problem here is not good, so we can just smooth that out. There we go. Interesting. I think that might be alright. Now put a tunnel under the depots. Okay. Fine, egg. You get the line back then. You get your main line back. Sometimes removing part of what you're working on and then doing what you wanted and putting other things back help. There you are, look. There you are, nice and neat. Can't do a bridge because you bridge into. You can you bridge over a depot? You might. No, you can't bridge over a depot. It has to be a tunnel on this occasion. Yeah. Yeah. You're more used to a train game. Yeah. Having to buy the land first? Well, in this one, it buys the land when you place the track, but you can buy the land separately with the land purchase tool. So there we go. Yeah, definitely. Very good, very good. Now, we're very close to being able to get some trains. Let's do this. I want to do this over here, but the hill's in the way. It's only in the way a little bit, isn't it? Okay, let's see how in the way it is. So if we come from off here, that's where the depot would have to be. Then we just need to get this down here for 10. Okay, so it is a little bit in the way. Farm's also in the way. Brilliant. I mean, we just make it shorter, right? I mean, 10's optimal, but it doesn't have to be. Like, if I make this line slightly shorter here, the police aren't going to come round and say, oh, nope. Is there the OpenTTD police? I don't think there is. I could be wrong. And if there were, how would they know? I mean, apart from the live stream and the recording and it being on Twitch and YouTube and everywhere else. There we go. Also, this bit goes up and down. Don't like that, so dig a channel for it. There we go. That's not too bad, actually. Did I do signals on this one? Yes, I did do signals. So we've got a depot before the last one. We've got a depot before these two. And then we've got several depots before the others. Okay, all the depots are in. Nice. Very good, very good. Check out the track south of the latest depots. Oh my goodness, is that these depots? Tracks to the south? I have no idea what you mean. I'm afraid I am not following you there. Don't forget about the fruit plant farm by the new depots. I think we've got all of them. I mean, that's an arable farm. You connected the other to a wrong line. This one goes there. Yeah, that's fine. That looks okay. The last mainline shortcut, not correctly. Trains go back forwards, get lost. Not that one. Oh, you mean this one? Yes. There you go. Well done, everybody who spotted that. Who spotted that one? I know a few of you did. But there we go. Obviously not everybody. Whew, everybody's happy now. Everybody's happy that we've got that one hooked up. Okay, folks. Oh no, we've got another plane crash. Let's sort that out quickly. Let's clone the aircraft. Right, folks, we have finished the railway line. We have added the stations. We've connected the stations up to the railway line with a variety of different junctions. We've added our depots onto the line. Next thing to do is to get our trains on there. However, we're not going to do that right now. What we're going to do is I'm going to quickly get some information up about the news and things that are happening, because not all of you were here at the beginning of the stream and there's some cool things going on, so I'll quickly just let you all know about that. By the way, if you think, hey, where's the camera? I'm not feeling great tonight, so I've got the camera and the studio lights turned off. So, my last video was the highlights of the recent viewers game of OpenTTD Love Wars. It was out yesterday. Feel free to go check that out, but also what you might want to look into is I'm doing a Cities Skylines 2 train-only city. And I did the first episode of that recently, and part 2 is going to be coming out on Friday. So if you haven't seen the first episode of that, I recommend you go check that out, see what it's like. We're going to have loads of trains and trams and subways. It's going to be fantastic. If you're playing OpenTTD Series Season 11, this season that we're looking at right now, I'm looking for your year 2000 game saves, and you have until the end of March. So you've only got a few more days to get them into me, and then I will display them at some time soon. We've got the monthly giveaway of Railway Empire. That's going to be ending tonight. We're going to do the draw in about 20 minutes time, and we're going to have our gaming community night on Monday. We're currently doing Stellaris. Now, importantly, we've got a server stress test after this live stream. At the end of the live stream, I'm going to provide the details on stream and in Discord about the server information. We're going to get as many people onto that server and making as many companies as possible and as many vehicles as possible with it, and we're probably going to be doing it for about 10 to 20 minutes. So if you've got 10 to 20 minutes of time, it would be absolutely fantastic if you can come online onto my server and see if it can be broken by you all piling on there. And that is all of the little bits of news. Let's crack on. Rob says, I've just started that Cities 2 video. I'm looking forward to keeping that going. Yes, it's an interesting series, isn't it? The actual idea of doing train-only City Skylines was an idea that Spiff gave me. I was having a word with him, and he was like, oh, you know what you could do? You know, if you like strategy and if you like simulation games and you like trains and stuff, you could try and do that game with just trains. I was like, yes, that's a brilliant idea. I'll have to do that one day. And that day arrived, so thank you very much, Spiff, for that. Oh yeah, trains. Right, let's do it. Let's start from the far end. So we need some trains in this depot. We're going to be picking up Maze. I can't remember what vehicle we're using for everything at the moment. It is the 2400. So the 2400, it's got a 99% reliability at the moment, which is why we're not using the Calling. And then what we do is we know that we're picking up Maze. We use this cargo types drop down. Yes, version 14.1 for the stress test, yeah. And we're going to go down to the Maze. Grain hoppers. I'm going to make that train length. Oh, we're getting close to the train limit. We might have to up the train limit. Now, length 10. And then we're going to give some trains some orders. We're going to control click on the station to make it full load there. All the other way down the line, click the main station and get it to unload. And that's it. But we're going to need a few of them. Let's start with 3. We might need to add more along the way. So that's the first batch of trains going in there. then what we're going to do is clone one of those trains without holding control. So we get the same train with the same orders, but they're not shared orders. Okay, so we can just come in here and give it brand new orders. Similar orders. Clone it so there's 3. Send them on the way. Clone the train. Delete the orders. And really, we don't have to delete all the orders. It's just the first order we have to delete. But there we go. Send them on the way. Okay, so we've got quite a few trains coming out of this depot now. That's fantastic. Now, we've got some more depots down here. Let's use this one. We'll clone one of those trains. There we go. Fantastic. Great. We are coming to this one now. Yeah, we've got no trains coming in at the station just yet. So we'll delete that first order. Tell it to go there instead. Get to 3 of them in total. And let's see. So that's those 2, this one. Now we've got this station here. You can see it's got no trains in it at the moment. Let's get our clone train button. Remove that top order and replace it with an order to down here. Get it so there's 3 of them. There we go. We've got 3 trains going there now, all carrying maize. Hello from Amsterdam. Hello there. I've personally not been to Amsterdam before. I've got family members who have been to Amsterdam. It's not somewhere I've visited yet. Now, apparently I've got to go to Prague. People have told me I need to visit Prague. I don't know how urgent that is, but there we go. You would love the trains. What, Prague? Or do you mean Amsterdam? Because I have been to Rotterdam. And it was absolutely fantastic. And I'm planning on going again at some point. This year, myself, some of the moderators and some of the viewers are meeting up in Nottingham in September. If anybody's interested in finding out more about that, about being at the same place at the same time with me and some other people, just shout out. And then next year, we are thinking about doing the same thing in York. And then the year after that, I'm thinking the next one might be Europe. I accidentally got rid of the window instead of getting rid of the order. What? I pressed the wrong button again. I've got this brain problem. Right. I meant to press F, not delete. There we go. There we are. And the orders in here are pretty fine as well. So there we go. I've now added 3 trains to each of these stations. And what we can do is we can click this station and it will show us all the trains on that line. So now we have 21 trains. 7 stations, 3 at each, 21. That sounds right to me. And you can see that some of them are already nicely loading. That golden gold. There we go. Oh, you meant Amsterdam. Well, like I said, I've been to Rotterdam and I've travelled through the Eurostar in that area. It is pretty nice. Yeah. Just trying to catch up with chat. Which York? The old one or the new one? The one in the UK that's just called York. I believe in Lincolnshire there's a village called New York. So I could say that I'm going to New York and not travel that far. Hey, finally catch me live. Bringing. You've been binging the season 10. You know what? Season 10 is a good one. So it's my favourites are season 6, 10, and 11. I think maybe 5 as well at a push. But yeah, we got all the mains coming in. We're going to start production down here now at the brewery. So now we need to transfer and actually get the alcohol out of there. So how are we going to do that? I think we need to get rid of this hill. There we go. And we need some sort of liquids terminal. There's a grain silo. Oil facilities. Yes! Let's use oil facilities for this. Oh, not more plane crashes. There we go. Problem resolved. So yes, let's get... I don't know how big this station's going to need to be. But let's make it 6x10 to begin with. Okay. And because it's so big, it's going to be heading north as well. So let's do this. Whoa, wait. Ro-Ro station needs a piece of track on the end of it. There we go. Fantastic. Look at that. Okay, so that's going to be a good station. Oh, what's it called? Wentborough Bay Barrel and Keg. Oh, that is fantastic. The Wentborough... Is it Wentborough? Yeah, it is Wentborough Bay Brewery. And the station's called Wentborough Bay Barrel and Keg. Fantastic. Love it. Yeah. Jared says, I used to drive through New York in Lincolnshire. It was annoying. 30 mile per hour, half a mile stretch along the straight 60 road to Boston. Yeah, I think it is somewhere near Boston. Yeah, that reminds me of that. Never go full Reddit. What? Reddit about what? Anyway. I think we might struggle with throughput if we just do the station design like this. But I don't know that for a fact. So let's do it like this. See how it handles it. And if it doesn't work very well, we'll upgrade it. There we go. So we're gonna need some what's the word I'm looking for? We're gonna need some depots, indeed. There we are. Oh, I did forget to mention this stream is going to be finishing slightly earlier. So instead of finishing at 11, we're going to finish at 10:30 and then we're going to do the server stress test. Okay. But that's not because of the server stress test. That's because I'm not feeling very well. That's why. Now you guys have gone so niche, you've even lost me. Yeah, really niche on that. So now, this railway line just needs to head as north as possible. Like this. And we're just going to have to work out how to get around things that are in our way. Yeah. Oh my goodness, there is a lot to navigate around. Oh, what is the world map going to help us here? Potentially. Okay, let's have a little think about stuff, shall we? So, let's go drawing mode. There we go. So, our station is down here. Right down here at the bottom. And then the hotel that we're going to, I think, is one of these up here. Right? So, straight up is definitely the right option. We've got a bit of railway track to get around. Okay, so that railway track there is going to be a pain. We've got more railway here and here that's in the way. Lots there and there and there. This one here could be a right pain because this already follows the coast. I know that one does. But in addition to that, we also have a load of water that's in the way. Like there and there. And here. And then as well as all that, there's hills that are in the way. That's a big hill. I think that's probably the only big hill that's in the way. I'm not 100% sure. Depot simulator this evening. Well, we've done stations, we've done junctions, we've done depots, we've added trains. Now we're building the next train line to deliver the alcohol. And I'm really not sure what to do about these various different obstructions. Do I just slowly work my way up the map, dealing with each one by one, or should I plan ahead? I think there's too much to plan ahead. Unless we say that I need to come around this side of here. Because this massive city, this massive lake, this massive hill, and all this infrastructure is going to be a massive pain. Take it along the existing tracks to the west of the lake. Yeah, like here. Right. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to, because otherwise there's just way too much to get around. Let's get back. So we're gonna have to try and get our railway line going up here, past Death Junction, or maybe it could go through Death Junction. Let's see how we go. Let's see how we go. So our first thing that we've got to contend with is getting around this oil rig and this train station. So the closest we can get to those oil wells would be a tunnel. Oop, no, steady. There we go. Would be a tunnel. Not there. Probably goes off the edge of the map. Here. And that tunnel would link up quite nicely with going under here as well. So let's just make that a full embankment. And we'll pop that down here like this. There we go. Tunnel under the oil wells is silly. Yes, it is a bit. In Transport Fever 2, you can't do it. There we go. Right, so we've gone straight up. We've made a wiggle to get under our railway line. I think we need to stay up in this land height. Yes, we do. Okay, so we're going to come up. But then we've got this town to get around. We go straight up. So do we wiggle left or wiggle right? Well, whether we wiggle left or right past this town, I think should depend what's on the other side of it. We've got more towns on a railway line, and this town's going to be more of a pain to get past than the railway line, I think. Maybe. Yeah. Because we've got rivers on that side. So we're going to go this side past the town. Like this. There we go. We go. We've got a question here. Do you use shared tracks with other types of trains? It depends. In some parts of the map, yes. So over here, we haven't got shared tracks because we need a big long line from one side of the map to the other. And nothing else here is kind of one side of the map to the other. But on this part of the network, we've got lots of vehicles going the same direction and doing the same things. So we've got passengers and mail and food trains all sharing tracks. And similar over here, we've got lots of... I can't remember what we're doing. We're coffee and fruit and whatever that is. Engineering supplies? Farm supplies, sorry. Farm supplies, engineering supplies, all sharing the same lines because they're all going a similar sort of way. So we're doing a lot of shared tracks, but not everything is one lot of shared tracks. All three of our main lines are interconnected together as well. So we have this passenger network around here, which was our initial starting one. And then we had our second one, which is around Death Junction and stuff. And that's got a connection between the two lines. And then our third main line was this one down here. This one is a relatively big interconnected network with Stevie D's Wonder Loop. And that does have a connection, but it's not a direct connection. You have to change at this station. If you change at this station, then you have a connection into the second main line. The drinks are on me tonight? No, they're not. I mean, there's definitely not enough supply around here. Let's go out to there, I think. And we'll go diagonally until we get to the farm. There we go. Right. How much have we started producing anything yet? We've got trains coming in. Oh yes, look at that. 500,000 litres of alcohol. Fantastic, look at that. And they're all coming and flowing in quite nicely. Got trains using depots. Coming in and off the line quite nicely. I wonder if any of these stations are overloaded. No, see, that one's okay. We haven't got any farm supplies going to this yet, so we'll see. Right then, we need to come straight up here. That's fine. But how do we fix this? Just do some tighter turns. Yeah. I think that's fine, actually. These trains down here, for some reason, have 2 engines on them. So the acceleration should be relatively okay. Oh, we need that. There we go. Come on, train, get out of the way. There we are. Brilliant. And so the alcohol continues. Yeah, you can go over diagonal track with diagonal track. It's just the trains can't switch between the 2 different tracks. Now, up here we have an industry. We could kink around it, but then we've got this main line here. We need to kick around that. And then we've got this line over here as well. Okay. So if we do approach this line like this, we could put tunnel segments in. It would have to be this long, I think. Let's try and build it before a train comes, eh? Oh, it's not long enough. Oh, I failed. Train's got stuck. There we go. At least we didn't have a train crash. We haven't had a train crash this series. Which I think is pretty good. Let's go across here. There we go. Brilliant. Connect that up. So we've got a little kink going this way. I'm not, like I said, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do here. I think a little bridge might be good. So I think we'll push this one back a little bit. And then... Oh, I didn't quite get the bridge in time. Oh, I didn't even get it in the right place either. So I think the bridge actually wanted to go here. Yeah, it did. It's hard. Oh, we've got another river full of evil fish. Quick, blow it up. Blow it up with the bombs before the fish get out. Do we go down and back up again? Yeah, I think we do actually. Not sure what that's going to do to the speed of the trains, but I think it'll be okay. It's not the best, actually. That's Oh no, it's a down and up. A down and up should be alright, I think. Okay. So we've managed to make it a good, decent bit away, I think. Make the bridge a tunnel. Yeah, you're right. DG eggs on it. I mean, that is definitely the right thing to do. What, instead of pushing this backwards, I should have pushed it forwards. So this thing can come out. I can do this. Then I can bring this line up here. Dip that down. And do it like this. That is so much neater. There we go. I think I'm on borrower brain tonight. It's like, I have no brain. So chat is my brain. There we go. It's time for Fish AI. It is not time for Fish AI. Right, now, we can just shave the corner of this hill off. And keep heading north. Yep, that's a relatively straight line. A few little wiggles. Now, we're going to have a wiggle to get around this industry. Yeah. But then what's next? More industries in the water. Yeah, I think that's when we're going to have to turn right. So as long as we get between these two towns, I think we're okay. So we'll do an embankment up here. And then we need to go down. So what we'll do is we'll incorporate the wiggle and the down into the same thing. There we go. And then straight up again. Good. Oh no, we're going to hit an industry. Oh no, we need to turn right here anyway. Okay. So we're turning right here anyway. And we're going to go alongside this line. Because we've got some big lakes to get around. There we go. Now we've got this terrible junction to figure out and how we're going to do it. We've also got more evil fish to destroy. There we go. Somebody should make an evil fish AI. This line will be perfect to upgrade to MacLeod later. Yes, agreed. I might upgrade the entire network, you never know. So it looks like some of this is already higher up. So that makes it easy to tunnel under here, right? So that's the first part of Death Junction. And I don't know what we're going to do here. I guess we're going to have to go under. Yeah, we're going to have to go under the diagonal. Like this. And then there is some up to land. I don't know if we're going to be able to get a signal. No, we won't get a signal in between. That's a 10 length tunnel. Oh wait, it can be 9. It can be a 9 length tunnel. That just feels very long. Can we get the tunnel to be shorter? Not that one, we can't. Okay, what if we put a wiggle in the tunnels? Can we do that? No. There's not enough room. There's not enough room to do that. I mean, if we go down... No, that's not going to work either. We could move this line a little bit further out to the right. There's no reason why we couldn't do that. That would help. Do this. Why make it difficult when we could just do that? There we go. And then we got room for our signal. And what we could actually do probably is just like fill that in. There we go. Jobs are good in there. Will bridges fit so you can have a signal between? Maybe, but we're already one level below. Yeah. You can go diagonally, but then where will you put the depots? I know, I'm going to hate the idea of having to get some depots in here. Yeah. Yeah, definitely need to get the depots in. Now, we've got to continue north, but we've got to get over this river. And this river doesn't have any evil fish in it. Okay, so we can just do normal bridges. Okay, and not blow the river up. There we go. I think we're about halfway. A little bit of an embankment here. Ah, there's a town. Right, now after the town, where do we want to be? Continuing up. So if can we get between here? No. Although if we blow the building up, we can. Yeah, there we go. Woohoo, we did it. There we go. We can connect the embankment up. There we are. Just rotate the depot using R. Oh no. I mean, that doesn't even work. Let alone diagonal depots. Oh, diagonal depots. What have I done to myself? Diagonal depot. Right, we've got an oil patch. Then we've got a railway line. We've got a load of rivers. Then we've got a giant city. And then we want to be over this way anyway. So we need to move over to the left. We want to be bridging over this, getting between these two industries. How? Is there a line through there? No. No. I think we're going to have to, like, come through here. Head up. Bridge here. And then head north from that. Can't really see too much other way about it. But then the question is, how do we then get up round there? We do want to be on the right hand side, so we need to go under this track. So that's fine, we can do that. So we'll go down here. And we'll go down there. That's going to be a relatively long one, I think. There we go. Length 6. That's not too bad. I don't mind a length 6 tunnel on a train line when the trains are that long, right? So there we go. So we've got a little kink, kind of a kink and a turn around there. It's not too bad. But then we've got to come up here, which is okay. We can do that. Now, you can see that I've switched from following the line and just going north to starting from a difficult position and heading south. And there is a reason for that. If you just keep going north, you don't know where you're targeting. And I need to know exactly where I'm going. So looking at this, I think let's go across at this height. We'll have a little embankment to there. And then another little embankment across here. We'll fill that bit in. And that's where we're trying to head towards. So our track is here. We've got to get over this track, past these industries, and up to there. It's not too bad. And then we've just got to get the line up to our hotel, which is there. Probably over this river. Not too bad. How do you terraform into a specific diagonal direction instead of square? Hold control. So that's normal. Control. Normal. Control. Normal. Control. Normal. Control. It is done. So then this river apparently was full of evil fish as well. So we'll get rid of that. And I think... yeah, I'm not sure how we're going to get past that line, but I would like to come alongside this one. So let's do that. There we go. And then that little kink's fine. We'll just connect the two lines up. Is that another plane crash? There we go. Sorted. There we go. Yep. That's all good. There is an industry that breeds evil fish. Maybe there is. Maybe there is. We need to figure that out, maybe. So I think... oh, yeah, we've got to get past these oil wells. Right, we can't go straight through them. We can't... there's not enough room for 2 tracks to go in the middle. So we're just going to have to go past them. Just going to have a little kink and go past them. And then... that actually gets us past this farm, okay. We could do something similar with the bridges here. So... no, I didn't do it in time. Oh, and actually that little bit of hill was correct in the first place. No. Nope. There we go. Brilliant. Where's the track? Well, there's the track. Okay, so we've got like 3 different railway lines all coming together here, which is quite nice. There we go. Okay, so that's those sections linked up. Yeah. How do evil fish work? They dwell on open flat waters, but not in seas and oceans. Guild Games is nearly correct. Evil fish are on small rivers. The evil fish take over the small rivers in the highlands. Now, the large rivers, that's where they don't hide there. And they don't hide in the oceans either. It's just on the small rivers. That's where all the evil fish are. And then we've got to get up here and to this hotel. So it's time for us to build our station at the hotel. So this is a drop-off station. Let's use the freight station. Okay, so we're going to need to come in, and then we're going to need a turn, and there. Let's do a 4x10 for drop-off, I think. I think that's fine. Does it accept alcohol? Yes, it does. Good. And yeah, we'll do a tight corner coming in, just because we're a little bit low on options there. Now, can I get that line to come past the edge of this town? No. No, it was doing it. Oh, yes. Yes, I can. Wow, I was very wrong about that. I thought I wasn't going to be able to do it. But I did. I mean, it's going the wrong way. It's not where I need to go. Ugh, right. Which setting is it that adjusts or allows for automatic construction of new industries? I believe there's just a new industry option. Oh no, is it the... It's the... Is it the environment? Economic type. If you've put the economic type to frozen, you won't get any new industries, I think. Somebody might need to correct me on that one because I can't really recall. So, not 100% sure, to be honest. Alright, there we go. Right, now we're going to go diagonally from here, and we'll just, again, get rid of all the evil fish. Use our bomb tool. In fact, we may as well finish off the rest of the river. There we go. I don't have a Transport Tycoon Deluxe series, but I do have a Transport Tycoon series at the moment. We are going to have a Transport Tycoon Deluxe series in the future. So if you're not already subscribed, do get subscribed for that. Let's have a look. So we are currently at 27,277 subscribers on YouTube. If you're watching and you enjoy OpenTTD, Transport Tycoon Deluxe, City Skylines, any of that sort of stuff, we've also got some Roller Coaster Tycoon stuff going on at the moment. Do get subscribed right now. Make that number go up. Number go big, please. It's a nice number, yes. Unfortunately, we missed 27272, but maybe we can get a better number. So we'll see. Do you have any content with JGR? No, we don't have any content with JGR on the channel yet, but there will be JGR content in the future. Just not right now. Right, we're going to need a little wiggle because I want to bring this track slightly differently up to this river. And we're going to use the fact that we've got a land height here, I think. Yes. Ooh. Bridge? Bridge. Ah, bridge. There we go. Bridge. So we're going around this river a little bit and around that river a little bit. And I think we're going to hit this industry. Oh, no, we just missed the industry. Right, I think this is the last bit of track on this line, folks. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's it. And you know the good way to test it? Good way to test it is to drag the signals on. So here we go. Signals, drag them down the line, hold control. Do the signals go all the way up? They do. And we do it the other way. Do the signals go all the way down? They do. So we know that we haven't got a broken bit of track or that we've got a junction that we put in by accident. No, I always leave the signals right to the very end. We do. Yeah. Yeah. Bear with me a second, folks. I'm just going to mute myself for a second. Okay, sorry about that, folks. Right, we've got a couple of things in the chat here, so yes. 50k plus views on 3 videos in the last few weeks. Yeah, there's quite a lot of views on some of the recent videos. I've been working really hard since going full-time on making sure that the videos are the best quality. We're doing some fun videos, interesting videos, really good thumbnails, good search optimization, all that sort of thing. Gil Game says, oh no, the depots. Yes, we might do depots. Yeah, we're going to see about the depots. We'll get a few in, then we'll get the trains, and then we'll get a few more. What's our production like? Nothing. We created no alcohol. Probably because we had a break in the trains. Let's have a look at our station list. If we ignore passengers, mail, engineering supplies, and farm supplies, let's have a look at the total waiting cargo. Oh, what we got over here. Right, we've got way too much of something. Copper, I think. Yeah, oh no, it seems to have... Yeah, it seems to have dealt with it. We do need more trains over here, though. So let's clone that train. There we are. Send it on its way. I wonder what the station ratings are like. So that one is 71%. This one up here, ratings are 77%. Let's get the town labels back. So that's in Renpool East. We don't have a statue of the company owner in there, so let's get the statues of the company owners in. That gives us a flat 10% bonus to our station ratings, and that means that we get more produce. So that one we've already got. Statue of company owner. There we go. And we need a statue of the company owner. Oh, we've already got that one. There we go. So brilliant. Statues are in. Fantastic. Episode 14, so far no booze. No, the booze is being produced. We just need to deliver it. Look. Over 1 million litres of booze. We've got it. Don't worry about that. We just have to deliver it. We will deliver it. Okay, we've got time to deliver it. But we're going to take a very quick break to find out who the winner of the monthly game giveaway is. Okay, so at the moment on the channel, thank you very much to the Viewer Plus subscribers. We do a game giveaway, and the number of Viewer Plus subscribers denotes how many game giveaways we do and how often we do them. So at the minute we're doing a game giveaway every month, and we're currently giving away Railway Empire, the complete edition for PC Steam Code. And the winner of the game giveaway is Link. Congratulations
Fantastic.
to you. You have won. Your prize will be sent over for you to claim. You have 25 days to claim your prize. Watch out on social media, YouTube and Discord for information about next month's game giveaway. We can call this line the Moonshine Line. I like that name. That's cool. I tell you what we haven't done, though, recently. We haven't named anything after a Viewer Plus subscriber, and normally we would do that. And so, therefore, I think we should name this brewery after a Viewer Plus subscriber. So let's have a quick look at the sign list. So these are the Viewer Plus subscribers that have had things named after them already. So let's go and do that now. Let's find a Viewer Plus subscriber who's been in chat on YouTube and see if we can name it after them. So I think we have to switch here. There we go. You won't see me today. I'm hiding. Sniffling with my handkerchief. You know what I should have done? I should have got some Olbers oil. Clears your nose and stuff out, doesn't it, eh? Yes. Yeah, people don't want to see me anyway. Ah, Incas Maximus. Thank you very much for being a Viewer Plus subscriber and in chat. And we're gonna name it after you. So let's get a sign in here. We'll put it there. We'll put your name in brackets for now, and we will update that with a really cool, hopefully, if we can remember to do it sometime soon, a really cool name for the brewery, which is quite difficult to see. It's behind this train station. Maybe we should actually change the platform a little bit there. We'll just do a bit of... Have we got any blank platform? Yeah, empty normal platform. Let's just modify this back edge here. Oh, they don't want to allow it? Let's bribe them. Bribe the local authority. There we go. They think I'm poor? That's fine. Hopefully we can do the railway station thing I was trying to do. There we go. Oh, that's better. There we are. So we can see the brewery better now. We just modified the station. Yeah. Now, if you're a new Viewer Plus subscriber, you need to make sure that you have your external username set correctly on the portal. Maximus Moonshines. You know what? I think that has to be it. I don't think it's going to fit. No, it's not. So what we'll do is we'll do Maximus Moonshines, and then we'll do Hinkus M. Dot. There we go. Maximus Moonshines. Max Permish. There's there we go. Wizard Brandon is going down the Max Permadeath route. We don't need Max Permadeath right now. We're going to get some trains going. That's what we do need right now. Let's start. What we're going to do is we're going to put a depot in like this. And what that means is that we can add trains onto the line, but trains won't be able to use this depot to service. So it's essentially for adding trains only. Okay? Because trains can't turn around the corner into the depot, and the trains in the station can't go through the back of the signal. So we're going to do a brand new vehicle. And we're going to get alcohol. It comes in the form of a refitted oil tanker. They are 10 length. We're going to get them to full load here, go all the way down this line, and come down here to Druntberg's Tapper's Shed. Fantastic, love it. Get a few extra trains on there. We don't need this anymore. Brilliant. I mean, we still haven't got the depots. Is one engine enough? Yeah, one engine's enough. At least I think so anyway. Should we have a race to find out? We've got a bit of space. Here we go. Right. Now, bearing in mind, these wagons will be empty. Alright. New vehicle. Let's get an engine. So we'll have one in there. This one will get 2. And then we will get the oil tanker. Make it length 10. Then we've got the oil tanker here as well. Make that one length 10. So bearing in mind you get one less oil tanker. And I think the best way to start both of these at the same time is by the train window. Is this a long enough drag race? Yeah, let's have a drag race. Can we get a view of the 2 trains? Yeah, I think that should do it. Okay, here we go. So as you can see, the one with 2 engines is slightly ahead. But they both come out the depot not far off the same. And then once they're out the depot, oh god, we're going to need a little bit more track. They start getting up to speed, but they are both pretty much... They're both up to speed now. And there's not a lot of difference. Okay, there's only like 2.5 squares between them. So now they've turned around at the end. They're accelerating again. And they're both up to top speed. So how far is there between them? So that one is right on the edge of that square. So after accelerating up to top speed twice, there's somewhere between 5 and 6 squares. Yeah, if they're braking down or going around corners and stuff or waiting, that will lose time. Yeah. Acceleration. It's not top speed, it's acceleration. So, it's not too bad. But the thing is, though, you're going to get more booze per train. So, you're going to get a train that, you know, is going to take 5 squares longer to get there if it doesn't get slowed down by anything else. But you get an extra wagon. So, I don't know, to be honest. And that's for that particular train. You've got to remember that different trains have different pulling amounts. Yeah. Yeah, if they're full or longer trains, then it's different. We're going to be changing the trains to more powerful trains in the future. Oh, look, is that the first one on its way? It is. Right, so there's our first batch of alcohol going down the line. I think we only got 3 trains, so let's get a 4th one. Yeah. I'm not sure the extra wagon is worth it, but I prefer single engine trains a little bit more than dual engine trains. So now we're going to need to get some depots in. So I'm going to use this little bit here as an option to get some depots in. So I'm going to avoid diagonal depots as much as possible. Now, this isn't going to give us the perfect 10 length runoff for our railway lines, but it's going to be close. So, okay. There we go. So we've got some depots not too far away. We could put some double depots in here as well. So actually, I am going to get rid of... Yeah, I'm going to get rid of that depot. We'll do the same thing here. There we go. It will slow things down a little bit, but having them off the line is best. Oh, actually, I think I missed a bit of track removal. Yeah, you don't want the through track for off-the-line depots. Yeah. So we've got some depots down here. We've got some at this kink. There isn't another kink or a decent-sized one for a while. Here, this is a good space for a depot. Right? So we need to come off the line there. Can we get length 10 in? We can't quite get length 10 in before we crash into that other line. But it's going to be close. So, depots there and there, I think. Yeah, looks about right. Get rid of the forbidden bit of track. Get rid of the through track for this sort of depot. There we go. Now that is a long way for trains to have to go without servicing. So we might have to get... Well, actually, that's not ridiculous. It's not completely ridiculous, right? Nah, we're going to need some diagonal depots. There's a long way to go. Okay, off the line diagonal depots. So, first things first. Oh, there's a train in the way. First things first, we need to come off the line. You have to come off the line an extra gap, I think, for diagonal depots. And then I think we do it like this. Do we need to do it another one? Yeah, I think we need to come out another one. It's ridiculous. It's disgusting, to be honest. There we go. Isn't that horrible? There you go, folks. Diagonal depots. And then there's this hill in the way, so that's going to have to go bye-bye. It is horrendous, Joke. It is absolutely horrendous. Joke, just quickly, did you contact me via your old Discord account? Yeah. I won't go into details, but just answer me that, please. It's an abomination. Yeah, I think it's terrible that you have to do 4 bits off the main line to begin with. There we go. So we're going that way for the signals. There we go. Ooh, look at that. Yeah. How are you automatically removing signals when they block a railway connection? It's a setting. It's a game setting. Automatically remove signals during railway construction. Bear in mind, this can cause train crashes. I've seen it cause train crashes before. In fact, it caused a train crash in the humans versus AI battle that we did. Okay, depots. We kind of need depots somewhere around here. Can I put the depots in Death Junction? I don't know. Maybe. Not too sure. It is a bit of a game changer, but like I said, if you have a train that's like here, where this bit of track is, and it's heading towards this signal, and then there's another train that's waiting at some other point, and then you go, and then the signal's gone, the train's just going to go, and then you can end up with a train crash. Okay. Get good. No. No, we're not going to do that. Yeah, I'm not sure about round here. You're going to replace that signal you removed? Oh, what signal? Oh, here? Okay. There you go. I'll put extra signals in. There you are. I think because of these diagonals and these tracks here, putting it in Death Junction isn't really an option. So I think we are probably just going to have... Oh, if we do... This is painful. I think we're going to need some diagonal depots. I really do think so. Because we can do some proper depots over here. That's not a problem. You could upgrade Death Junction. Yeah, I know. We could upgrade this junction. I kind of like the irregular nature of it, though, Guild Games. I really do. Right. I've decided what we're going to do. Okay. We're going to do... Have we got our first lot of alcohol coming in yet? Okay. Is that the first one? Right. Okay, folks. We're going to take a break from the depots. Because here comes our first batch of alcohol. Alright. I want you guys to guess how much income this train's going to get. It is carrying a total cargo of 500,000 litres of alcohol, right? It has travelled from almost the very bottom of the map, down here, up this line, to the very top of the map. The cargo payment rate for alcohol compared to passengers and mail is pretty much the same as mail, but then maintains a lot better. So, how much in thousands do we think this is going to make? How much in thousands do we think this is going to make? So we've got 2 million, 1.3, 240, 300, 310. It broke down. 800, 900, 500. 286, 50 quid. Wow, another vote for 2 million. Right, I'd just like to reiterate, folks, that after tonight's live stream, we are going to be stress testing that server. All the information is going to be on Discord and stuff. Okay? Twitch chat says £3.25. Yep. Right, well, we're about to find out. We're about to find out who's going to be getting in and finding out how much money this is going to be. Let's make sure it's turned on. As it unloads, 83,000. That's it. Wow, you guys were all very optimistic, weren't you? That was not good. It was terrible. It was like, boo. Wow, what a joke. I know, how very disappointing. You spent a whole live stream moving alcohol right across the world. And it's a tiny amount. I wonder if it's just because it's the first train or something. Let's have a look at the next one. Got name a train. Oh, that one's 104,000. It is slow. Yes, it is slow. But we're going to upgrade it to MacLeod, right? Did you win then? No. No, I don't think you did win. There was people that said 90 and somebody else that said 50 quid. 50 quid was probably pretty close. Yeah. It is getting better, but I don't think it's going to keep getting better. Alright? It's not going to keep getting better. The train has broken down again. We're going to get the rest of the depots in sometime soon. Right. You want to name the train Big Steam Booze Disappointment. Right. Where is that train? That's the... where's the train? Is that the first train? Yep, here it is. Train 438. It's been renamed. I think disappointment's spelt wrong, but we'll allow it. There we go. Hang on. Right, so there we go. That's that train. What? Stream? Booze? What? Should I use booze planes? Yeah. Well, folks, that is the that line put in. Next time we'll have to just finish off those depots, tidy it up and so forth. But we'll move on to doing something big and grand again next time. We're going to leave it there for this time. So... for those of you who are taking part in the stress test straight after this live stream, the server isn't up yet, but it will be up in a few minutes. The server name is Master Hellish Test. It will be advertised in the public list, so just refresh. It'll be there in a few minutes. And the password is also test. Lowercase t, that's it, no spaces, nothing like that. But that is all for the live stream tonight. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Remember, if you're not coming onto the Discord, the password for the stress test on the server is test. We're going to be there for about 10 or 20 minutes. Get on, get companies, get as many people in the game, as many companies in the game, and as many vehicles in the game as possible. And I will see you all next week. And we should be back to our normal schedule next week. And if you don't know what my schedule is, check it out on the website. It's all listed there. And I will see you all soon. So thank you very much. Take care. And for now... goodbye, everybody. See you on the test server.